Government likens Uyghur to a cancerous tumor.
These people are systematically oppressed by their own government.
We've been waking up to horrific stories every day, heartbreaking images separating mothers from their children.
They live in a police state.
There's an ethnic group in China being systematically surveilled and imprisoned in an attempt to essentially wipe their culture off the map.
A UN panel says the region resembles a massive internment camp.
For the last 2 years, the Western-funded media that operates across the globe have been flooding us with countless videos, articles, and aggressive internet memes, perhaps with the goal of shaping our minds to react in a certain way when we hear the words Xinjiang. They've described this Chinese autonomous region as an open-air prison and as something comparable to the Holocaust. Because of all the times the Western media have lied, I've completely lost trust with them, especially after the US invaded Iraq based on one big lie.
The province of Xinjiang. It's more than 4 times the size of Germany and borders 8 countries. It's home to some 11 million Uyghurs.
This clip is a perfect example of propaganda by omission. Notice that the map is showing the countries that border the Chinese province of Xinjiang. But wait a second. Do you notice that a few countries aren't being shown? Right here is actually Afghanistan. Literally the most important reason why many Chinese Uyghurs had become radicalized and even waged jihad is because Afghanistan and its never-ending American war lies right on the Xinjiang border. But of course, the Western media doesn't want you to know that. With that said, I knew that I had to see Xinjiang with my own eyes in order to know the truth. This is my trip to Xinjiang.
Guys, I have no idea what to expect right now. I have no idea. This is my first time in Urumqi, first night, and there's a club bar at the bottom of my hotel, so. Alright, I see dancing. Oh my god, there's so much dancing going on. Oh my god, there's so much. Look at this. So this is the menu right now, and wow, 40 kwai for pijo, $8, not cheap. We got a singer there. So you're gonna see a lot of this barbed wired fence, I think. And again, that's because there used to be terrorist attacks in this province, and the government has not forgotten that.
Today, U.S. Air Force Major General James Hecker joins us from Kabul, Afghanistan. General Hecker is Commander, 9th Air and Space Expeditionary Task Force, Afghanistan, Commander, NATO Air Command, Afghanistan, Director for AFCENT's Air Component Coordination Element for U.S. Forces, Afghanistan.
Well, thanks, Adrian, and good morning, everyone. First, I'd like to thank you for taking the time to be with us. I'd like to talk today about the Strategic Air Campaign and the status of the Afghanistan and Coalition Air Force. Over the past weekend, United States forces conducted air operations to strike Taliban and East Turkestan Islamic Movement, or ETIM, training facilities in Badakhshan province. The destruction of these training facilities prevent terrorists from planning any acts near the border with China and Tajikistan. One brief note on ETIM, which I just mentioned. They are a terrorist organization that operates in China and the border regions of Afghanistan. ETIM enjoys support from the Taliban in the mountains of Badakhshan. So hitting these Taliban training facilities and squeezing the Taliban support networks degrades ETIM capabilities. What I'd like to do is show you a couple videos of strikes in this area in Badakhshan. The first one that you're going to see is a B-52 strike on a Taliban training camp in Badakhshan. Adrian, can you please roll the tape? This strike occurred on 4 February.
So every area is heavily protected so that no one's gonna get bombed, because there are clubs inside there, okay? Inside that building, there are Uyghur people drinking alcohol, partying their faces off, having fun. You just saw what I showed you. And if there are extremists, if there are people that believe in Wahhabism, they're gonna wanna murder those people. So this is for their protection, and it's the new normal, right? It's just like, oh, this rock is awesome, by the way. I just want to touch this rock. This is a beautiful rock. This is the new normal for Xinjiang because of those terrorist attacks. This is just what they do. They protect areas. All right, it's 2 a.m. I got to teach class in the morning, online class. So I'm gonna go back to my room. Gotta be awake for my class. So this hotel's pretty nice, and it's only $240 for foreigners, a little bit cheaper for Chinese. Locals, it's $200. I don't know why there's a price difference, but that's just the way it is. Yeah, $240 for foreigners, and that's about $48 Canadian. So we do the math, it's like 42 bucks American for this pretty decent hotel. You can see these Uyghur people have good taste, really nice taste. And my room is right here, 286. I forgot there's an electricity card here, so I left everything on. I'm not used to that. There's the room for $240. What's really nice about this room is that it has a bathtub, which is really good. I'm gonna have to take advantage of this bathtub. 你觉得现在新疆是安全是吗？安全。
你放心的啦，安全。新疆的安全可以说抓得非常的紧。不是那一年以前7·5不是出过一次漏洞？哦哟，从那以后啊，再没有比新疆安全的地方。
有点乱，以前
他们疏忽了。
那就好。新疆有很多维族是吗？
对啊，新疆以前最早就是维吾尔自治区，不过现在挺安全，挺那啥的，你放心的让新疆。
我觉得维族人很好啊，很善良。
哎，对，
很好的。那我猜你是维族是吗？
我是回族。
回
族。
哦，不一样，对。
对，回民也是一个少数民族。
你不是维族。你觉得维族人他们开心吗？在新疆？啊？他们开不开心？
开心啊！
在新疆？哦。
开心。
因为我朋友他是外国人，他说维族人不开心，他说在新疆有很多就是不知道难苦是吗？
现在维族人，那个啥，政府对维族人比较就是咋说呢，就是管得严一点。因为毕竟他们那个不是75出现事情就是维族发生事情了。哦，对，
知
道了吧？
我就严一点，
对，现在对他们比较查的严一点，
对，
各个方面都严一点，这是实话。在那个75之前，我们的回族、汉族、民族都是一个大家庭，都是一样的，
都一样，对。
就是主要他们那次暴乱，那次暴乱对他们自己造成一个非常大的影响。
对。好像他们的怎么说信仰变得暴力是吗？变得
咋么说？他们不是有自己的文化，有自己的语言嘛？
是。
他们就闹分裂，他们就想自己成立一个那个啥。
成一个国是吗？
对，现在就是为了这个，所以就出现那个啥。你像共产党这个56个民族，咋可能让一个分裂？真是一个都不会让他分裂。
好像新疆，好像他们也有点优惠是吗？他们也有。
以前对他们对他们子女考学，或者是分配上都有优惠。现在也没有了。
没有，都严一点。OK。
对。这都他们自己造成的。现在他们很老实的。
我想买一个到天池的。
明天早上10点半的车。
现在没有吗？
现在没有。今天的票今天。
So in Xinjiang, they give you this beautiful teapot, and the restaurants has like really nice art, really nice tables. They really do it up really nice out here, much better than typical Chinese restaurants. So I just ordered this dish. I think it's called gui rou mian, and there's the noodles. So you put it together, and just look at the setup here. It's really pretty. They really do it differently from the Han people. When you put it all together, you mix it, it looks like this. A lot of meat for $5 Canadian. I'm walking on a street in Xinjiang, and this is like the bike lane and the pedestrian lane, so it's really nice. Like most Chinese cities, they have these separate lanes. And what I love about Chinese streets is that they're all tree lined, so you get the shade, and you never have to really worry about getting your skin burnt to a crisp, because most streets in China are like this. Sounds weird, but it's like one of my favorite things about China. Just like if you're walking around in Toronto, you're just gonna get fried by the sun. They don't have anything like this. You're just on the sidewalk, it's just a concrete jungle for most of the city. Especially when you're walking on the major streets. Like this is a major street, you see that? Like this is like heavy traffic. This is a major freaking street, you know? And they have this. So in Toronto, maybe you'll have some neighborhoods, like if you go to a small residential area, yeah, there's a lot of trees there, of course. But not on the major roads. Like Yonge Street, York Mills, it's just pure concrete. Urumqi looks pretty much like any other Chinese city, except that there are a lot more police, that's for sure. There is a higher police presence because there has been terrorism in the past, just in the last 10 years. It killed a lot of people. And then there's also like some separatist movement as well. Both of them are violent. So one thing you're gonna notice in Xinjiang, or Urumqi at least, is that there's gonna be Chinese flags everywhere. And that's just part of the mission to create harmony and make sure people realize, look, we're in China, this is one country, let's stick together. You don't see this in other provinces. So today I'm walking from one side of the city to the other. It's about 10 kilometers. It's gonna take me 2 hours. But it's really great to see a lot of the city. There's no better way than just walking, right? So yeah, it's pretty cool that you can see a lot of the kids. You can see a lot of the kids are back to school, and that's pretty nice because other places are not back to school. And every block has like a police station, and there are kind of like checkpoints. There are, I don't know, at certain intersections there is like a police car and a couple policemen. But none of them are armed, by the way. In China, it's very rare to see a policeman armed. And by that I mean with a gun. They just have a shield and a stick. So in the past there were knife attacks, so there were terrorism attacks. And
So I guess for a knife attack, all you really need is a shield and a stick to block the knife and to poke them away. And earlier that they were training people, shopkeepers, how to put on like a safety thing and then use the baton to like push people away. So it's still quite lovely. Like the roads are nice, traffic, traffic lights. Lots of people drive cars. As always, the buses are nice. Public transportation. And like I said before, everywhere you look, there's a Chinese flag everywhere. Again, as part of the campaign, part of the education system, some of the Uyghurs or the minorities had to go to re-education centers or vocational centers to learn Chinese, learn skills. They didn't want a bunch of people like idling about, which is easy for extremism to develop. Look at this cute dog. Oh my gosh, this dog is so cute. Such a cute dog. Xinjiang dog. Hello. 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 Oh my god, this dog is so cute. What a cute dog. What a cute dog. I'm trying to get a picture of him. Yeah, anyways, I'm just gonna walk right through the city. It's gonna take 2 hours, and I'm gonna interview as many people as I can. Like whoever wants to talk to me, I'll just interview them.
I want to thank you all for watching the whole video. If you really like my work, please consider supporting my channel. Unfortunately, I only have WeChat Pay right now, and I have not set up a PayPal. If you have any friends that have WeChat, perhaps they can help you to send some support. I would really appreciate it. I spent about 20 to 30 hours on this video, so it really does mean a lot, as this is like my second full-time job. Anyways, I hope you're having a great day. Peace and love.